Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the first snap, here's Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he gets this up past the 30. The Lions had 10 and 5 to start play. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down now, Singleton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. He finds his man complete. It's Chambers. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Arnold Ebiketie, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Mayfield now from the 50. He finds his man complete. It's Chambers. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run on first down. Singleton down at the 25. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play fake. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The slot man in motion right. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 13-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll send Williams in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mayfield steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On second down, they'll run it here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there.
His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Williams, the man in motion left. On first and 10, Mayfield being chased out left.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
Mayfield on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
John Kaminsky got him down defensively.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now third here, and it's good for a first.
Let's go. 53.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Mayfield down. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Patterson running between the tackles, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing, Mayfield. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
117 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This offense so far on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
17. Black Ulster.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Patterson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
First down, Mayfield.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Now Mayfield lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Swift, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Watch deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receivers understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons,
they improved their mark to 12-4 with one game to go.
So that'll just